looks cool. I think it's about the first cup of water that I've taken the time to really drink out of. And that's probably why my throat feels like it has some cat scratching at it right now. Alright, first match starting up. SM4E hosting the room for Team Germany. He is the leader for Team Germany, but he has not played in a World Cup match until now. We'll have to see how he plays against this Brazilian team, this fresh new Brazilian team. They're going to bust straight into the Excite bikes here. This will be a fun one for sure. I'm glad I'm casting over this one. Unfortunately, this really has to be... It feels really soon. Although I've only been casting for like... Although I have been casting for 8 hours, it doesn't feel like much because I normally cast for like way too long. But guys, keep in mind, I will be casting. A lot of people will be casting tomorrow for what is an 8 a.m. start. China versus the Netherlands in Mario Kart Wii. Or sorry, Mario Kart 8. The action continues with Brazil playing Team Japan at 11 a.m. on Mario Kart 8, and then France versus UK. Oh boy, that is going to be quite a match starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And then Canada versus Germany and Mario Kart 8. We'll get to you about the Mario Kart Wii matches, but for now, we have Brazil and Germany ahead of us. Anybody smelling a 7-1? Starting off an Excite bike just like Brazil planned off doing. And if anything, this is going to be a very tactical, very skillful race from Team Brazil. As well, let's see how it evolves here. We do have Ficina. Ficina is the streamer here. He will be the only streamer for the match, so we will be giving a lot of insight to Ficina as a player. He does get that single stream in 11th place in this fun and lovable track that is Excite Bike. Unfortunately, gets a little bit of a bump and a little bit of a bad start for him as he's stuck. I don't know where he's stuck right now, but it looks looking like he's under a highway as he's going to be finding himself in a pretty unfavorable spot right now. Triple shirts for Ficina right now. But he does have Tommy in sight. 11th place for Tommy here. Or sorry, for Ficina. He does have that blueberry waiting to use it, maybe chain it at these next item sets, and doesn't want to disturb his teammates' presence too much. But a star for him, and finally his time has arrived. Maybe able to chain this up for some more. We do see Brazil in bottom 3 with Tommy moving up the pack, and for so far Ficina mostly in bottom spots right now, but should be able to catch up with the usage of the star, especially being able to chain it here. Cuts off some time with the grass. He needs to be able to do more though. Triple Shroom says, yes, I can do more. Triple Shroom says, yes, I can do more. If Ficina only wants more in 7th place, he should be able to catch up soon. Behind one SM4E, behind one Tommy, he's going to be able to chain again in 6th place. A red shell comes out for him, I think, but he gets more Triple Shrooms. Ficina is now on the rise. All of a sudden, last place until the very ending of the race. He does have a single Shroom for SM4E here. He should be able to cut across the grass. Will he be able to pass SM4E for now? Yes. And at the finish line, yes. 4th place for Ficina, and a solid start for Ficina, at least individually, but I fear that Brazil may have not fared too well there. Top 3 and 5 for Germany as a whole, with Ficina really being the top presence after what was a mostly a last place presence for the majority of that one. Oh yeah, Ficina. That was a solid presence for him, especially getting those triple shrooms after 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 triple shrooms. Like, that's ideal, especially on Excite Bike. So good for him. Good for him in Brazil to be able to get at least 4th place there. I actually did not pay attention to the score there, so one of you guys might have to rack up the score there. Looks like they're chaining the Excite Bike into a baby park. All right. I love this team. This team is my favorite already. I didn't see Fasuke there. We did get a lineup confirmation that their lineup was most likely going to look like this. Pedro, Fasuke, Ficina, Mr. C, Nadi, and Rodrigo. And Nadi being their MVP from the last match versus Canada, but I wonder if Fasuke is still here. We'll have to see here how they play. I want to get the points really quick, so I think I'll take a print screen really quick. Dolphin Shoals, all right, this has been a hot one during this World Cup event. Want to see how they fare, considering how weird it is to race on this track at sometimes. 50 points for Germany that race. So I assume 50 to 32. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I could be mistaken. Third place start for Vecina here. And Pedro and Vecina in 2-3, right behind Jude here for Team Germany. Understandably, of course, this is not Germany at their fullest potential. They are using 2 of their 3 substitute players. Vecina is going to be able to get a draft onto this German player, but not able to make much of it. Banana snipe attempt and not exactly able to land it. He barely makes it onto the ramp after that attempt. Still in 5th place. Tommy getting knocked out of a top spot here, and it looks like Germany does have top 2, but 3 and 4 are slowly creeping up on this German top 2. Pedro trying to answer the call for Team Brazil here. Looks like he's able to get ahead, I think. That is true, yeah. Pedro is able to get rid of Team Germany there, and Brazil 2-3. Not too shabby there. Red shell does come for Vecina here, though, and Germany back into it. Brazil 2-4-5, 2-4-6, 2-4-5-6. Hello, Team Brazil. Brazil making a little bit of a statement here. Triple shrooms for Vecina right here, as he should be able to at least catch up to Z. That is right ahead of him. And that's going to be a chain here for our man Vecina here. He does get the crazy 8, so he should be able to spam it, but he doesn't get the red shell out on time. I believe he gets Germany, though, with that star. So solid item usage from Vecina now. It's the matter of getting up the pack. Will he be able to get rid of SM4E here, though? SM4E would like to beg to differ. He's going to have to get rid of those greens, though, if he wants to be able to survive around his teammates. As oh, that green nearly connects with Vecina in 4th place. Greens being thrown by him, getting rid of them as his teammate is around him. Brazil still in 2-4, I believe. Piranha plan for Vecina is going to be able to hold off any German players catching up to him. And now he approaches the last item box. Triple reds could very nearly secure him a 3rd place position. A red shell might be enough. He's going to go for it. No defensive play. Screw the defensive play. I want my 3rd place. He says he's not able to get him in time. Well, the greens come at the very end, and Vecina is still able to get his 2nd 4th place in a row in what was seeming to be a solid race for Brazil. We'll have to see how the end results pan out, but Brazil 1-4-5. Okay, we could be seeing quite the race here and quite the war for Team Brazil, as not too shabby at all from the Brazilian side here. Lovely, lovely work from the Brazilian side, as able to get notched at 1st place after they were trailing behind, certainly. We'll have to see how this, oh my god, I'm actually really excited for this match now. Like, if this is actually a close match, I'll be very, very happy. And I'm very much rooting for Brazil. I am completely biased. I am so sorry, Germany. But yeah, currently right now, Germany does have 89 points. Meaning that they're up by a score of 75, or 89 to 75. So, definitely not the biggest of gaps right now for Team Germany. Will Brazil be able to get the picks that they want to get? Because, of course, track picks very important in this game. Much more important than... Oh, I hesitate saying much more important, but definitely more important than in the likes of, like, Mario Kart Wii. Holy hell, though. So far, it's not looking like a 7-1. Something like a 89 to 75 for Team Germany is not too bad for Brazil. I'll have to see on Sweet Sweet Canyon if Brazil is able to continue this momentum. Apparently, Fasuke is not playing right now, and Jota is playing for Fasuke. So we're not even seeing one of Brazil's better players here, although I'm not exactly sure as to the capabilities of Jota as a player, but we should be seeing Fasuke as soon as this Grand Prix ends. So 5th place here. Coin gotten, so nothing too hot right now. And Pedro getting knocked out of 1st to 4th place. Unfortunate, really. And now Brazil taking over that top 2, showing that they mean business here as the German nation. Oh, will he be able to get some fireballs? No, he was not going to risk it. He has his teammate in front of him. Better to play it safe, Vecina says, and he's going to be able to play that safe. Oh, will he? Will he play it safe? He doesn't, and he gets his teammate for that, and that's going to be a German top 3 taken away there. And this is a break that Germany was looking for after 2 races of well, quite frankly, mediocre play. Oh my god, Vecina! I don't know what the hell that was, but he throws the bomb and absolutely destroys 2 of his teammates. And wow, that was a bomb to be thrown. Oh my god, sorry for Vecina here in last place here. Brazil bottom 2, a firm grip on that as well. And Jota, Fasuke's sub, is going to be accompanying him on this long walk here. Yes, Brazil is going to try to move up. Jonas pretty much... Oh my god, that was, tears are in my eyes right now. That was beautiful. Brazil, last lap. Holy fuck, it's last lap. Okay, Brazil, last lap. There's a target shot onto Vecina here. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but Brazil having used the shock there. Vecina is still in 9th place. He does have a German person in his line of sight. A start for him in 9th place. He should be able to take this through the mud soon, so will he be able to answer Angsar here? I think he gets his teammate behind him, but either way, he's searching. He's fishing for that 8th place finish. He does get the bullet bill, but he's going to want to use it at the very end. But no, screw that, he says, and he's going to be ending up with a 9th place finish here. As Brazil, I don't think they ended up too well, especially after that bomb in Germany. Top 3 there. So, yeah, definitely, if Brazil wanted to have a solid Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure Vecina may have helped Germany in putting a stop to that one. But, yeah, definitely, it was looking like a solid race for Vecina there. I'm at a loss of words as for what happened there, but dude, I love Vecina already. What a beast. Maybe I should, yeah, you guys can probably look forward to a compilation of best moments from group stages, maybe an article. This will probably be on that. On that article or video. For now, Germany has 139 points. 139 to 107. Still not the worst of matches. I mean, we've seen Finland get absolutely destroyed by Germany, so realistically, not too bad at all for the Brazilian side. We'll have to see how they fare here. Oh my god. All right, not too bad of a deficit here as we head towards 4th track of Music Park, and unfortunately for Brazil, a track like Music Park is going to sway heavily to the favor of the German side, where they do have top 3 as long as the German side does not bump each other off in top positions, which should be a little easier of a task than holding middle spots. We'll have to see how Vecina fares here. He's trying to get that draft. Oh my goodness, that's incredibly close to falling off, but he doesn't just yet. Tommy. Vecina just drives on right through the spotlight for the Piranha, and it looks like he's going to take the hit, as he should be. 10th place for him now. I wasn't able to maneuver around in the best of ways, but he's still in 10th place. And, oh my goodness, no hope for Vecina here, as those triple reds are going to put an end to his life, as him and Joda, bottom 2 right now. Looks like he wasn't able to get the glider. Weird. It looks like the last frame he wasn't able to catch into the glider, so further 12th place for him, and that top 2 over there is just going on and on for Team Germany and Brazil. It is now that the cracks are starting to finally show. We've only seen 4 Brazilian flags so far here in bottom 5, so not the most promising of signs for Team Brazil, as they did get off to a pretty promising start, especially with the Dolphin Shoals race, but we'll have to see how Vecina manages his shrooms here. Looks like he manages them quite fairly. He is able to pass 2 German members from it. All right, we do see him progressing through the ranks, and he does get a bullet bill in ace, so good for him. He's not able to get that super jump, unfortunately, but he's going to be able to use that bullet bill right now, actually. He's telling his teammates to watch out. Bullet bill coming through at 7th, and it looks like he's going to be able to pass the likes of Jute from Germany. Doesn't land in the best of places, and I think Germany is going to be having top 4 right now. Will Brazil be able to do anything to counteract any of this? Golden Mushroom for him in 6th place. God damn, Vecina, use that Golden Mushroom now! He's going to use that right now as he looks to go up the ranks here. Looks like German's 4th place. Seems to have gotten a similar item, though. It's going to be tough for Vecina to be able to catch on back up if not able to get some favorable items here. Maybe a shock will be able to cap in for them at the last second. Maybe, maybe not. But if that's not the case, he's going to have to get shrooms and only aspire to beat Pedro here. Looks like a German member is right next to him. He's going to have to watch out. A blue shell's coming at the last second. Will he have? Oh my goodness. I think he was passed by Germany at the last second. Yes, he was. In Germany, I think that's going to be a top 4 and 7 for them. It's rather top 4 and 6. As I think that very promising start for Brazil has now suddenly but appropriately been nullified. Germany firmly taking that grip as Leo, 55-point average here, and padding his individual stats here is definitely a kind of GP he was looking forward to when thinking of playing Brazil here. But Brazil, those first 2 races, not too bad at all for the Brazilian side, making their debut into this tournament. And especially with some players that are relatively new to the game, I'm not going to fault them too much here. They've done a pretty solid job, especially Pedro netting those 39 points there. But Leo with 55, SM4E with 35, Jute with 37. It's going to be tough for this Brazilian side to make much of a comeback here. 195 points for Germany. Well, I can only say it didn't seem like it was going to be going that way in the first two races, but that's probably what I would have predicted before these races even started. And I believe Fasuke will now be subbing in for the Brazilian side. Interesting to see how they can fare here. So a score of 195 to 133. Certainly not the worst that we've seen in this World Cup so far, but certainly not the best by any means. Giving Brazil quite the scare at the very beginning. I believe Fasuke was on his way back from his work. Of course, not everybody has it summer off, having to report to work or school and whatnot. And I think we're going to finally be releasing the Fasu here, as this will be an interesting show of events here, as Fasu will be joining the room soon enough. Let's go ahead and get those release the Fasu chats going. As I believe Fasuke has joined the room and they are ready to go here. Will Fasuke be able to make the impact that we all hope he can? We'll find out here. This is probably despite every match that's happened today. Let's go over the matches that have happened today. I just want to emphasize what this match has really meant for me. I wasn't able to cast Finland versus Japan. Austria versus Italy didn't have much of anything going, but I was able to cast Canada versus Netherlands. That was an alright match with a lot of disconnection, so in my book. We had France versus Spain. That was a pretty, we did think that was going to be a closer match, but it wasn't because Alex Sony was in the lineup and they lost by handed him out. Germany, on the other hand, Germany versus the United States was a very interesting war to look at. Certainly so. But this Brazil versus Germany match, to be honest, in this opening Grand Prix, it's so far been the war of the day for me. It's been the most fun just to watch in general. Probably 99% of that bomb by Fachide. So we're taking a look here. It's going to be tough to advance really at the beginning of these couple turns here, as Ficino will soon find out on this Wario Stadium course. As he's going to be hit by a shell as soon as the race starts, and back into 12th place he goes behind his teammate Rodrigo. And we'll have to see here what Brazil will be able to do and if they will be able to catch on up. He does get that shroom, will be able to cut off a little bit of the mud. That banana going a little bit wide and wisely played by Ficine. 10th place all of a sudden though, so it looks as if two players have fallen off behind him. Crossing fingers for him to hope that it wasn't Brazilian members, but we do see a lot of Brazilian members back here already, and looks like Ficine is having a little bit of trouble trying to get up here. Those triple greens are going to be pretty nasty here if he isn't able to get rid of them soon enough. That Yoshi, something that Ficine definitely has to be look out for, and I would definitely suggest if I was in this guy call, and if I knew Portuguese, I'd probably start saying, hey man, you probably got to lay off those triple greens. But I'd say the same thing about those triple reds. Teammates, get the hell out of my way. I have triple reds. Let's get them. A blue shell comes into play, so they'll get rid of the Brazilian member in front of him. A red shell goes out for Team Germany. A blue shell goes out for Team Germany as well. Two more red shells to come. And that's going to be able to get Tommy ahead of him. Triple shrooms as well for Ficine. And Brazil in 4-5. Not too shabby here. Fireball is being sent back. It looks like he's going to get hit 2 times in a row. Pedro will be taking a little bit of a hit as well. That's a red shell for Team Germany as they're able to get Rodrigo out of 5th place. And going to the last lap, we do see Ficine here with a single shroom. What will he be able to do with this? He's probably going to chain it up here, trying to gain some ground on Germany's Z here. He does get triple shrooms ahead of him, but Ficino does have a star. Will they get a lightning bolt at the end? Most likely no, but you know. He's going to start chaining it right about now. Is not going to be able to get his teammate, which is probably a good idea. Golden mushroom for him. Start spamming the living hell of that thing. I don't think he'll be able to catch up at the very end. So he's probably going to net himself. Oh my goodness, I don't know what happened to Z, but Ficine able to pass him at the last second. And that's going to be a Brazil 5th place and a 4th place as well, but a Germany top 3, 6, and 8, 9. Unfortunate race for Brazil, but very well played by Germany as they took off from the very beginning, was able to pass by some Brazilian members, and Not only that, but effectively wreck them out of top spots and really keep them on a course that really favors that favorable start. So, good job on the behalf of Team Germany doing that at the very beginning of the race. I wasn't able to get the score of that one, guys, but I will get it after this one. If any of you guys want to so graciously get me the score, I don't expect it, but it's okay. We'll get the score next race. I anticipate Germany to be up by around, if I had to guess, 80 points, maybe a little less. I'd say closer to, 80 points or so. So the dream kind of dying if Brazil isn't able to turn this around. I would suggest a baby park if they could. We'll have to see here. We'll definitely have to see here as we still have a couple. Oh, it looks like there's a disconnection as well. We did not note that. Donkey Kong is subbing in for Team Brazil here. As I believe Fasuke is still in the room. Yes, he is. I think that's Nati. Ooh, that is a stream that is maybe going offline. Please no. Yay! Okay, we're back. It went like back in time. What the hell? Okay. We're back here. I believe it's Nati that DC'd. I don't. This is some real Inception shit. I don't think I've ever had this happen to me on a stream before. I'm not sure why. But, we'll be back, I guess. I'll be trying to get the stream going for you guys as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we'll be having stream issues, I guess, so to speak. And for now, we await the arrival of Ficina's stream for what was a... This has been a pretty fun match. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple seconds, guys. Don't go away. Come on. It's Germany versus Brazil. We're having fun here. On the mic is Eric. 2015 World Cup sponsored by all those companies, and I'll bring them up in the future. Elgato Gaming, PDP, Nintendo Live Sancho. You know what it is. We'll be back in a couple seconds, guys. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cast. I am glad to announce that we are back. Sorry, that's not the right one. We are back with the war. I don't know what the score of the last one was, so we're going to have to check the score after 3 races, but we'll have to certainly see if Brazil has been hanging in there or if Germany has been getting at them a little bit here as we go into dry desert. As we will be continuing with this war. Okay, we'll be able to get the scores off this, so let me take a print screen really quickly. Apologies for the pause, but we're back. Now it should be a fun race, I'm pretty sure. I believe this is after 2 races, so this is not the 3rd race. So right now, I think it's, oh my goodness, the lead that Germany has in this GP is 108 to 56. So, I don't know about this one. 108 to 108 to 56, sorry. So, be quite the come up if Brazil is able to catch back up to Team Germany. They were doing fantastic in those first 2 races, but a little bit doubtful to see if they will be doing well. I'm looking forward to seeing if. Oh my God! He runs right into that bomb, but he does have troubleshoot, so he should be able to advance on up. Still at 8th place, behind his teammate Mr. C. We'll have to see how Mr. C fares in these upcoming turns here. The fireball for Fecina here. Oh yeah, Fecina. Running. It's painful to look at. But there will be times that players just can't. I remember when I used to play Mario Kart 8. There'd be a lot of times where I'd approach that turn and I would be so caught and indecisive as to whether to drift in between that hole or to just go around it, and I'd be ending up hitting the side of that. But anyway, that's what he did, ending at the side of it. He gets that red though in 9th, and he's gonna opt to throw it a little early, even without protection. I think he got a teammate in the process, actually, so Fecina's going to have to certainly watch out here as a German member beside him has triple reds. It's going to go past him, though, towards his teammate, so perfect for him. He gets the crazy 8 as well. Screw Germany, man. Fecina wants in, and he's going to be able to pass up a couple of people here into 7th place. Oh, looks like Germany does have a lot of the spots ahead of him. He does get triple shrooms, though, to be able to catch up. Brazil in middle spots. He's going to have to chain for more shrooms, though, and he has to be hungry here. He has to be decisive and certainly hungry, as Brazil have to be looking for more here. But no, he's going to choose to use a shroom and hold on to one last shroom as he approaches this last turn, and he should be able to get at least a middle spot. Oh, no, Fecina. He uses that at the end and gets read at the end. There's a star dodge at the end as well for Germany. They're able to coordinate that shock dodge perfectly so that Germany's able to pass by a lot of people at the end of Fecina, going from 6th to 9th. Brazil, at the end of the day, still getting 3-4, not too shabby. Fasike doing his part in keeping his team alive, and those 22 points certainly speak for that. But certainly, Germany, this is their GP for sure. If they were unsatisfied with the results of the last Grand Prix, they certainly are. They certainly are now. With a devastating score right now of well, let's go ahead and calculate it really quick, shall we? Oh God, they have 157 points after 3 races. So this is going to be a little tough for our Brazilians here. 157 to 89. That by itself sounds like a GP gone bad in Mario Kart Wii already. 157 to 89 this GP. The score reflects, the current score on your screen reflects the GP score from the first Grand Prix. 195 to 157. Germany currently has 352 points. Whereas Brazil, not so much. 222 points, down by 130. Not looking too hot for the Brazilian side, but Baby Park has finally arrived, and they might be able to use this to their advantage. We'll have to see as Fecina off to a solid start here. Able to get a favorable amount of bumps his way, is able to get within distance of these German players, and if it wasn't for some bumps, his own teammates would not be knocked out of a top spot with him. These green shells also got Tommy, and now he has triple greens. Will he be able to snipe them? Two of the green shells say no. Two of the green shells say, hey, I'm going to snipe your teammate instead, and bounce off a couple walls. He does have a red shell though, but it runs straight into a banana on the side. Unfortunate for Vecina, doing whatever he can to be able to have some aggression on this German side, who certainly has something to protect himself with right now. Not able to get those item boxes. He's still a 5th lap. We're approaching into the 5th lap here. A tough turn for him with the blooper there, but he is able to get triple shrooms here. Should be able to pass Jude. Goes into 2nd place. 1 lap left. 6th lap here. He's going to be able to approach Leo here as he has 1 more shroom to crank out before... Oh my goodness. It is so close here as a shock is used. And Vecina for now in 1st, but he doesn't get a drift. But the red shell contacts with the person behind him. He's still in 1st place, but the red shell comes to hit him. Germany gets top 2. Brazil with the spots behind him. He gets bull build as well. And that's going to be it for Vecina, as he's going to be getting onto a 8th place finish in what was a certainly chaotic finish for him. Brazil able to get that 1-4-6. Not too shabby for them, and I believe that might be the closest they've gotten to a race win in a while. Certainly not the finish that Vecina wanted, though. And we saw towards the end the red shell, the bullet bill, the bomb. Oh my goodness, so much happening around him. And if only that Vecina was able to get onto the item box. If only he was able to get something to protect himself from the lot of that chaos at the end of that race. But regardless, Germany taking that top 3, 5, 6 in what was certainly a handed victory, or a decisive victory rather. We'll get the score for that one as certainly not the most pretty of Grand Prix for the German, or for the Brazilian side. (42 + 42 + 34 for the German top 4. And Brazil getting bottom 4 of that race really hurt, so we'll have to see what can happen here for the Brazilians if they're able to make something out of this war. $196 points for the Germans. Actually, it's similar to the last GP score, and this GP sounded like a resounding defeat for Brazil, so just comes to show you how much that last race in Grand Prix 1 really did for the Germans there. Score of 196 to, I believe, 196 to 132. I think that might have been the same GP score, actually. We'll have to see here. In fact, let me find out right now. No, just 1 point off. Okay, so 196 plus 195. Germany currently has 391 points, 2 GPs into this. Unfortunate for the Brazilian squad as they look to maybe bounce back from this one. I have to adjust the scores really quick. Sorry about that, guys. Germany lost the race by 4. Okay, fair enough. I will update the Brazilian score after this one, guys. Keep that in mind as we do head into Mario Kart Stadium. Not too shabby here. Looks like Vecina's gotten a pretty solid start here as we do see the man who scored 22 points last GP go into 6th place. And it appears as if he still is able to hold on to this 5th place. And will be able to take the shortcut here with that single shroom he has. Maybe able to catch on up to this German squad here in top 3. Or top 2, rather. The pack is very close. Okay. Mr. C able to get that draft onto a German player into 2nd place. A coin only for Vecina. That bomb coming incredibly close. I believe that's a crazy hit behind him, and he's going to get hit by that one. As he moves further into 6th place, I believe that's a teammate behind him, which whereas otherwise he'd be absolutely toast. That's a Piranha ahead of him, though. He's got to be very wary here. And he steers clear of that Piranha as SM4E for Team Germany could be advancing up the back here. Banana for him right behind SM4E. Oh, and Pedro getting knocked to the side there as I believe there's a red cent for Vecina. Maybe from his own teammate as well. No, that was from Germany's Angscar. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we are going into the final part of Mario Kart Stadium here, and it seems as if Germany has a huge hold on these top spots here. Vecina in that bullet bill. No shock as of yet. But this bullet bill will take him nearly all the way. 3rd place now. Brazil having 3rd and 4th. If he's able to protect himself, this should be okay for him. We'll have to see, though. No, Germany's able to shoot past him, and that should be a German top 4. Sorry, German top 3 in 5. Oh, God, no. That was an awful GP for the Brazilian side, as didn't go too hot for them. And I wasn't able to get the score on that one, so I will wait till the next one. But I will update you guys on the score before that last race. And that should be 262 to 391 before that last race. And considering that Germany just escaped with majority of top spots in the clutch of their hands, I don't think the 130-point differential is going to remain at 130 points. We'll have to see, though. I think we're going to be seeing more hashtag Jerwins coming into this last Grand Prix. 3 more races, of course, left to play. And, of course, unfortunate for Ficina and these last couple of races. We'll have to see here as we head on to Big Blue now. We'll have to see. Looks as if Team Germany and Brazil fighting over a couple of top spots here. It's a little tough here. Mr. C and Ficina are trying to make their way around. Ooh, a valiant effort out of Greenstein. Seems to have nearly gotten him, but will not be the case just yet. A red shell for him behind a couple of German members should be able to wrap this one up if he's not able to avoid his teammate, but when using his red shell. So, we'll have to see here. I believe that he gets that red shell onto Germany. He's able to get that Shroomless cut down as well. Not the smoothest of shortcuts I've seen in my past, but still holds on to 6 plays and is definitely in a viable position here to be able to get some Shrooms and catch on up. Gets the item box, which is much needed on his behalf, and gets those triple Shrooms that he ever so needed. And back into 5th place he goes, right behind his teammate, Mr. C. He's not able. Oh, there's a blue shell coming in. He's going to have to watch out. He's able to avoid it just barely. And now Mr. C and Ficina stand in a good spot for this. Able to gain a couple coins off that charging spot. The side rails, as the blue shell doesn't seem to have done too much, to be honest. Triple Shrooms for him again. And Mr. C taking a little bit of a hit. Ficina, triple Shrooms in 4th. Will he be able to pass Tommy here? I don't think so. Maybe, yes, he will be. That's a triple green for him at the very end. No, my goodness, I don't think he passes him anyway, because he had to steer clear of those greens, and it looks like that's going to be a top 3 for Team Germany there. As Ficina did all what he could to be able to catch up, but he was very scared of those triple greens, as he rightfully should be. And so we will take a look here as Leo is looking for that 60 points, that perfect Grand Prix. Man, this music gets me going, dude. Currently, right now, Germany has a score of, I want to say, 102 points. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that would mean that Brazil right now has 62 points. So, definitely quite the throttling happening here, unfortunately, for Team Brazil. As they were looking to put up a little bit more of a contest, I assume. But still, nonetheless, having a little bit of fun with this, I would hope to assume. 493 to 324 here. And Germany. Definitely having a lot to say here. As they have been outperforming Brazil pretty consistently. I think it goes without saying that Brazil, not exactly quite on the level of teams like Germany, as Germany is using what would be akin to a Team B, I suppose, for their main team, Germany. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how Brazil can still put up with Germany as they head into Cheeseland. Of course, susceptible for a lot of stream spots here. A lot of catching up possible. Ficina's still in 3rd place, able to get that red shell, and is gonna... Oh no, communication error. He was about to get in 2nd too. Oh, that's really unfortunate for Ficina. We'll have to I guess take a little bit of a break there. I'm pretty sure that the room did not disconnect and that it was merely Ficina disconnecting. But we'll wait to make sure of that. Unfortunate for Brazil and for us really, because it was still fun. In my opinion, Cheeseland, one of the more fun courses to see being raced. And with Ficina getting into second place, it would have been pretty fun to see him in right behind first place, see what he could have done for his national team. But for now, I suppose we must say no now. And we will be waiting, I suppose, at least a minute or so before this room comes up. We'll have to see though. He doesn't look like he's making too much of an attempt to join the room again, at least as of right now. Looks like he's gonna start getting back into that room once more. Was that a room DC? I think that actually was a room disconnection. So, yeah, that actually might be pretty favorable for the. Yeah, that's a room disconnection, and we will be having still 2 full races left. Awesome. Okay. Ficina doing, I think, one of the better players for his team right now. And it seems as if he has 8. So far for Ficina, he has 18 points in this Grand Prix. He got 22 in the last one. So and then he got 28 in the first one. So right now, I believe he has 68 points. Of course, Fasuke getting 31 last GP, and this past GP getting what was it? And these past 2 races getting 10 points. So 41 points in 6 races, not too bad. In fact, that's an average of, what is it? 41 divided by 6, probably about 7 points per race, around there. So it's averaging about 4th and 5th place, around there. But that's everybody in the room right now. So we are starting this one up for what should be the last 2 races of the day here on the Endgame broadcast, guys. It's been lovely to have you here. I hope you guys enjoy these last couple of races just as much as I do. It's been a pleasure to watch Brazil play against the likes of Germany here. Some fun stuff happening around here. Cheeseland being picked once again in Yoshi Circuit. Guys, I only care to remind you right now that tomorrow's matchups will be up. We'll definitely be up. Will you be? I don't know. Up to you. Our matchups range from China versus the Netherlands, starting off at 8 a.m. on Mario Kart 8, and then we continue on to Australia versus the United Kingdom, 9:30 a.m. Then move on to an 11 a.m. matchup of Brazil versus Japan, which will certainly be as indicative as this one. Lastly, not lastly, but Belgium will be taking on the United States to see if the U.S. can clinch onto that elimination spot for Mario Kart Wii. And France versus the United Kingdom at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That will certainly be a spectacle to behold. One of the matches tomorrow you definitely should be keeping your eyes peeled for. Germany versus the Netherlands as well to follow after that. And France versus Latin America and Canada versus Germany. So toward the end of that day, definitely a lot more matches to be on the lookout for, as they will be some of the matches to decide the group standings and groups layouts and who will be going on to elimination stages, of course. But for now, we're back to Cheeseland, baby. We're back to Cheeseland as Ficina, 5th place right now, behind his teammate Fasuke, who seems to have fallen out. No, okay, that's a little bit of lag there. But Germany's still holding on to 2-3 right now. Ficina barely able to get that right onto a Germany member, and it looks like it's able to connect. I did not see that one coming. I thought he was holding a banana out, but that does not seem to be the case, as Ficina getting the reds onto people where he needs to. Piranha being held out, though, by a Team Germany member, and Ficina does not want that draft right now. He's going to hold off on that. Maybe drop back to 7th place or so. And try his hand at an item box here in the hopes of getting a set of triple shrooms, or even any set of shrooms. A fireball will have to do, though. And he does see a lot of German members ahead of him, so he might be able to make use of this, really. We'll see here as he starts firing away at these German members. And a machine gun ends up getting, I believe, at least one of them. And triple reds to follow. might be able to negate a lot of these German members moving on up the track. We'll have to see here. I don't think a red shell is still yet connected. Okay, there we go. One red shell connected out of those 3 reds. And Jute is going to move in front of him in place of the player that Ficino was able to red. Now, 7th place, last lap, Cheese Land. I love this fucking music. 7th place right now, triple streams as well. He should be able to catch up a fair amount. He's definitely not going to want to chain it anytime soon. And instead, he wants to go through that sand towards the end. No, the blue shell gets him. And that's going to be him sent to a further bottom spot. And oh my goodness. Definitely not the kind of finish you wanted to see for Ficino here. It looks like he's going to be able to nail himself into a 5th place position towards the end of that race. But he certainly could have done better if he didn't fall off and maybe even gotten 3rd place. Oh, but unfortunate for him, Pedro is able to get 1st place. And it looks like a 1-5-7-8 race for Team Brazil. So not the worst by any means, but you know. You can only hope for more on the behalf of these guys at Brazil. But yeah, certainly certainly not as good of a race as he'd like to have had. But he will take the 5th place, definitely. As I believe Ficino has now broken around 70 points. And to Brazil's credit, they are doing better in this war than they did against Team Canada. So bruh, it looks like sand. Don't hate on me. Germany won that race by 4, apparently. Okay, so that means 82... What is it? Divided by 2 is a 41. So 43 points for Germany. And 39 for Brazil. So, okay, that works. I will look at the scores after this one, guys. 43 to 39 here as we approach the last race of this clan match and for the day on GC and Yoshi Circuit. Definitely one of my more fun and favorite tracks that I would pick out of Mario Kart 8. Not sure if everybody would agree, but I like this one a lot. 12th place for Ficino here. Item box for him in last place right now. Sorry, in 10th place, rather. Gets a red shell, and should be able to use this on a couple of Team Germany's members here. As he does take that Shroomless cut, we'll be able to get right behind them. And down goes Z, apparently. Able to net himself that item box there. Triple reds as well. And Ficino having the items of his life here as he should be able to get rid of a couple of Germany members, but not if not for a German member getting rid of those triple reds for him. And so he was only really able to use one of those before. Yeah, he was only able to use one of those before having them fall. It appears as if a German member is moving on right next to him, and he will definitely not let that go unchecked. Triple reds, though, for Angstar. This is going to be very dicey for Ficino if he wants to move past Angstar here. Although Angstar is going to hit the Piranha. And now Ficino in 5th place. It looks like he's in the clear. He's going to hold on to a single shrimp for now. And Brazil's Mr. C right ahead of him before he starts shrimming. And Brazil having 3, 4, 5, not too shabby. Going into lap 3, he should be looking to use this on the shortcut coming up soon. So he should be able to shave off some time here. And it looks like he's going to be able to do that shortcut perfectly fine as he hopes to be able to come in contact with top 2. But looking at the minimap, that won't be happening anytime soon. No useful item for Ficino just as of yet, but he does get that onto that coin to be able to... He fails a Shroomless. He fails the Shroomless and nearly runs into the Piranha Plant. There is a Piranha Plant active out in play, and Jude able to get one of Brazil here. And this might be all chaos all over again for Brazil. 7th place for him, only able to get the single shroom. Approaching the last sets of items, I believe that's a blue shell being sent. And no more items left at all. Single shroom only for him, and he's only going to be able to progress into 8th place before saying sayonara to everybody. And good games to both Brazil and Germany, as Germany is able to clutch that out with a top 3, 5, 6. And what was a certainly dominating performance for them, and congratulations to them, as they certainly did best the Brazil side. There's no other word for it, really. They certainly proved their worth over the Brazilian squad, as I'm sure the Brazilian squad didn't have the highest of hopes going into this war, but I think they